Hey guys, this is Anthony, Subaru Service. I've got Russ Barnett, Russ's truck. This is an extremely low mileage truck. It's just thought I'd make a video of this to show. Not sure what the reason for all this carnage is, but about 3 months ago, he sheared a turbo. I didn't get to the truck in time. He had someone else put a turbo on it. I didn't see how the turbo looked, but I guess the impeller had pretty much exploded. Whatever they said, it was mincemeat is what he said it was. So a bunch of metal went into the charge air cooler. I've got the charge air cooler right here, and we're gonna, before we put it together, we're gonna clean that all out and get in there and see if, because any metal particles that hit the turbo from that can possibly go into the engine has to go on the intake side. So if it goes on the intake side, then it has to go through the charge air cooler in order before it gets to the engine. But this truck right here, it came in, it was popping out of the intake. Just it was popping, you know. So I was, you know, I said, well, maybe we bent the push tube, maybe you know, let's get it in. And next thing you know, he's got metal in the oil. So metal in the oil and popping out of the intake. You know, well, that says, hey, we got a lifter issue. We got cab off, engine out right here. Cab off, engine out, lifter issue. So yanked it out and started taking things down. And let me get over here. Let me get some more stuff. Let me open some stuff up. I'll show you. Okay, we are. He had metal in the oil. Now he caught it very, very early. The front cover is good. I mean, it's not a lot of extensive scoring. We got a little bit on the edges, you see it. Not a lot of extensive scoring. But that's what started it. Metal in the oil, okay. Then we started breaking it down. Saw this. You see it right there. Bent push tube. Okay, this was on cylinder 3. I think it was the intake valve, cylinder 3. So, bent push tube. All right, bam, metal in the oil, and a bent push tube. So let me get, and then went ahead and kept breaking it down, Let me get over here where you can see it. Then what we've got, it's on cylinder 7. So on cylinder 7, we have that. One spot with a line going through. Now whether or not, look at that. That is the only imperfection on the entire camshaft, is that one spot. The lifter, I've already put the lifters up. The lifter looked fine. Lifter was good, no damage on the lifter. Not even the roller, which was freaking crazy. So this truck here, we've got metal in the oil, bent push tube. One lobe was not wiped, but it was on its way. It was getting ready to go. Then, I'm gonna go back to the back here. Well, then we had low compression. One cylinder, you could tell one cylinder was down. So, I got this prepped and ready. We went ahead to see if, you know, I said, well, we got metal in the oil, we'll do a complete refresh. You know, we'll break it all down, we'll deglaze, and, well, then I saw this. There's a ridge right there you can see. I've already honed this, and you can see the material that I took off of the ridge and how much is left there. That is about 9 thousandths. It's about 9 thousandths over right down here, right before the ridge. So right there, 9 thousandths. That ain't gonna clean out. You can see it right there. You see how clean it is there? Once I mean, I honed it for about 5 minutes and I saw what it was going to do, and we just stopped right there, you know. So then we cleaned the block all up, got it ready. It's going to the machine shop for hopefully a 10 over, might wind up doing a 20 over bore. So now he's got to bore the cylinder out. So he's got low compression, he's got one cylinder bad, a bent push tube, a wiped cam lobe. Oh my God, I mean, the bent push tube, cylinder 3, the wiped cam lobe is cylinder 7, the low compression is cylinder 8. But let me get over to the head This is not the only reason for well, a little bit of low compression, but the main reason for popping out of the intake. Here, I'll show you right here. Okay, we got a hot tank here. We always hot tank everything, every single part there is. Now, look at that. That's cylinder 8 intake valve on the back. The lifter was fine. The cam lobe was fine. Basically, whether or not something is wedged in there, I'm gonna leave that for Meshmeyer. He's gonna pop it apart, and I mean, every now and then he brings us funky stuff that he finds in the cylinder heads. So what we've got right here is, that's the popping out of the intake right there. Every time that cylinder went up to top dead center, the intake valve was letting the combustion leak past that valve right there. So he's going to be looking at a new valve there, a new seat. You know, obviously, I mean, who knows how many valves, how many seats, who knows that'll. But this one is just horribly bad. I mean, horribly bad. Yeah, that's popping out of the intake right there, burnt valve. And then let's look at another thing here. Okay, since we need to bore, he's going overhaul kit. Bummer, oil cooler was good, but now it's got metal on the oil side, so it's junk, which overhaul kit comes with it. But look at this. This is cylinder number 8. If you look, it's magnetic. It's magnetic, it sticks to it. So is that a part of the turbo? Is that a, you know, what is the part of that? I know you can't really tell me pulling it apart, but, well, I can do this. Whatever, you get the point. It's got metal embedded in the piston. Whatever happened on, if this was a turbo failure that sent shards through everything, maybe a shard of the metal got caught right on the camshaft right as the cam lobe ran over it and started embedding it in it, and then the damage started to be done there. Now, cylinder number 3 bent push tube, you know, I mean, we'll know if the valves are stuck. Maybe we got a stuck valve. The rockers look good. Everything's good with the rockers. The bent push tube is the question. The cam lobe, the lifter bore was okay. It was good. There was no scarring or anything on the bore, because it could have been a lifter stuck in a bore, not letting it move. That could have been a push tube. I mean, could be, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. So we have not deducted yet the reason for the bent push tube, which is very concerning, because I don't like that. I mean, maybe something got stuck in it right as it was moving, and it bent the push tube from when the turbo failure, because the turbo went about 3 months ago, and you know, this is an 80,000 mile truck, you know, and the owner does maintain the truck. He does take care of the truck. It's a work truck. He pulls a loader, pulls a bobcat, got a dump bed on the back. I think that turbo just, once it went, you know, it caused wiped cam lobe on cylinder 7, bent push tube on cylinder 3, metal embedded in the piston on cylinder 8, cylinder 8 intake valve burnt, and cylinder 8 cylinder is pretty much washed out. So this is, yeah, I thought I'd just give a little update, show what the heck we're up to. I'm calling this, as people come by, I'm calling this our emergency engine rebuild, because we're gonna go ahead and just we're gonna get it to the machine shop. He said he'll be able to get on it on Monday. We'll get it bored, honed, decked, get the heads done, throw the sucker back together, you know, hopefully pretty quick. Within next week we'll have it together and running. But man, I mean, this is just a huge amount of problems, you know. So was it the turbo? Is it just, I mean, he's got a perfect storm of all kinds of failures? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. But thought I'd show a little update of it. Other than that, I mean, everything's, you know, it's a 6-speed manual. Clutch is good. We're going to throw a new pilot bearing, new throwout bearing on it, new slave cylinder. So those of you that do manual transmission, you take that slave cylinder out of that after it's been seated for years on end. You take the slave cylinder out of the transmission, just replace it. Get a different one. Don't even mess with it, because I've had more freaking problems with it, and I don't deal with it no more. We just put a new slave cylinder in it. yeah, thought I'd show this little perfect storm. All right, have a good day, guys.